What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the NBA Breakroom. In today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at last night's Game 5 between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Boston Celtics. The Celtics were up 14 with about 10 minutes left to play, and they somehow found a way to lose the game. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the things that I think contributed to the Celtics blowing that lead and the Bucks getting out of Boston with a win. Reviewing the film, I think there was a shift in the types of shots and the types of possessions that the Celtics were having. So we're going to take a look at that. And then the glass. I think the glass was a huge difference maker for the Milwaukee Bucks. So let's break it all down in this video. But first, don't forget, if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. This might be your first time. This might be your 10th time, but you haven't subscribed yet. Become a subscriber. Click that subscribe button. And if you want to support the channel in other ways, become a member today. Click that link in the description below. And let's get to the film, shall we? So let's take a look at some of the shots that the Celtics were getting early on in the quarter. I mean, just take a look at this possession here. You get a screen and roll from Al Horford. You get Derek White driving downhill, forcing Grayson Allen to step up and help because he beat Giannis off the bounce. And then you get Al Horford on the backside, wide open under the basket for an easy dunk, and Giannis looking all confused. Taking a look at this next possession here, it actually starts on the defensive end. You're going to get 3 Celtics collapsing on Giannis. Giannis, you've done your job. You've drawn an extra defender. Kick it to the corner. Wes Matthews open shot. Kick it out to George Hill, right, and keep the possession going. But instead, he forces it. He ends up putting up a bad shot, and the Celtics are off and running. You get the advance to Jason Tatum, who converts an and one. So we got 2 makes, 2 layups, 1 in transition. This next possession here starts with a little pin down action. Al Horford screening down for Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum's going to catch it at the top, and then it's ISO basketball, but look at the shot he gets. He makes an incredible move to get by Connington, and then it's a dunk at the rim. So we're seeing the Celtics generate easy looks at the rim. Even this possession here, right? Drew Holiday does a great job. He get his hand on the ball. You get a deflection. Derek White is picking up the ball 35 feet from the basket with only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. And still, look at the type of shot that they're able to generate. Downhill drive, layup at the rim. And then this is around the 5-6 minute mark, 5:43 on the clock. I think this is where you start to see things start to shift. Let's take a look at this first possession here from Jason Tatum. It's going to be isolation basketball. Everybody watching, not much movement. Gets inside, and it becomes a contested shot at the rim. Still, though, he got 2 feet in the paint, was able to elevate. Not the worst shot selection, but now you see a contested layup. Let's keep watching. This next shot here, right? Possession or 2 later, you're going to see Tatum catches it, top of the key. A lot of guys watching. Al Horford goes to set the screen. You get a miscommunication right there between Giannis and Bobby Porter. So it's an open shot, right? But you're seeing this shift early on in the quarter. They made the first 5 shots, all good looks, attacking the rim, moving the ball. We're starting to see a little ISO heavy possessions now. Take a look at this possession here from Jaylen Brown. You actually are going to get a pin down screen between Al Horford and Jason Tatum at the top of your screen, but Brown decides not to throw it. Tatum comes up for the screen and roll. They switch it, and now you got Jaylen Brown trying to go one-on-one. Tough look at the rim, very contested. Where are the 4 or 5 past possessions from the Celtics? They were non-existent late in this game, and you can see the lead is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Here they run a little horn set where Marcus Smart is going to come off of this screen from Horford. Horford's going to dive, and Giannis is there, and it's a block at the rim, right? Another possession where they don't get a good look. I feel like this possession here kind of encapsulates the last 5 or so minutes for the Boston Celtics. And if you're a Celtics fan, I gotta think you were kind of frustrated because the Celtics are at their best when they're moving without the ball doesn't stick, 4, 5, 6 passes, 2 or 3 drives and kicks. Like, that's when the Celtics are at their best because they have so many guys that can be a threat. But here, I mean, you have 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Tatum catches, watch. Everybody's just watching. Tatum, bail us out. Tatum, bail us out. Little hesitation, very contested jump shot. Let me bring this back a little bit. Very contested jump shot. Connington actually almost blocks the shot, and it's a miss, and the Bucks are off, and they're running, right? So the Celtics, they could not generate easy looks. It's not like they were just missing open shots. They weren't getting many open shots. They weren't getting any more layups or dunks at the rim. Everything was contested. And some of that has to do with the Milwaukee Bucks stepping up and playing great defense. But I think a lot of it also has to do with the ball sticking and guys not trusting what got them there. I mean, in the first half, you were seeing the ball getting swung all the way around the perimeter. Drive and kick, right? Hitting the roll man, defense slides, kick out to the court. Like you were seeing all the Milwaukee Bucks are being forced to guard 3, 4, 5 guys at possession. Last 5 minutes, that didn't happen. They didn't generate easy looks, and the Milwaukee Bucks got themselves back into the game. I think another huge reason why the Celtics ended up losing this game was the offensive glass. In the fourth quarter alone, the Milwaukee Bucks had 7 offensive rebounds to the Celtics 1 offensive rebound. And if you take a look at these clips here, you're going to get Giannis catching it at the top of the key. He's going to drive. And look how many white jerseys you have here. You have 4 guys in the paint. And yet, Bobby Portis is coming up with the offensive rebound. And then he's getting fouled. That's 2 free throws. Right? And that's the first one coming at the 7-minute mark, which means in the last 7 minutes, the Celtics gave up 7 offensive rebounds. Here's another one. I mean, this is bad. This is just bad. You have to get this rebound. You get the roll from Giannis. Great defense, great individual defense by Horford to defend the shot. But look, you got 3 white jerseys here. I know Giannis is 6'11", but you got 3 white jerseys here. You guys got to come up with this rebound. Instead, Giannis gets it in the crowd, and it's 2 points. Bobby Portis was so huge for the Bucks in his fourth quarter. In Game 4, he didn't play at all in the fourth quarter. In Game 5, the Bucks made an adjustment. And this one here is big, right? Wide open 3 from Bobby Portis. If he sinks this, you cut the lead to 3, right? But if he misses, which he does, the Celtics have a chance to go down and score and turn a 6-point lead, which is a 2-possession game, into an 8-point lead, or maybe even a 9-point lead, right? Instead, Bobby Portis, who's going to miss the open shot, Wes Matthews, who's one of the smallest guys on the floor, tips it out to Giannis, and now Giannis bangs a 3. So what could have been pushed to an 8-point game or a 9-point game, or at the very least, stayed a 6-point game, but you run another 20 seconds off the clock, it results in a Giannis 3, which cuts the lead down to 3. Now it's a 1-possession game. Gotta rebound the ball. And of course, probably the biggest offensive rebound of the night. It's a 1-point game. Giannis at the free throw line. I texted my friends that he's going to miss one. Sure enough, he does. Look at inside position. All 4 guys have inside position right now. Grant Williams is inside of Wes. Al and Jalen are inside on Bobby Portis. Marcus Smart is inside on Drew Holiday. Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown, somehow neither one of them come up with the ball. Bobby Portis goes up, and now they take the lead. This one at least wasn't poor effort, just a little unlucky, right? Like you got 2 Celtics guys going up for the ball. They kind of run into each other, and Portis comes up with it. But still, I mean, if the Celtics, like we could talk about the shots that they were getting or not getting, which obviously I highlighted those, and those were a big deal offensively. But despite all of that, they have a 1-point lead with 11 seconds. All they have to do is rebound this ball. The Bucks have to foul. You stretch it to 3 points. You get a stop, and you walk out of there with a win. Like despite it was going down and down and down, it didn't matter. At this point, it's get a rebound. The Milwaukee Bucks, I think, ended up having about 17. I think it was 17-5 in the offensive rebounding category. You can't. It's very hard to win games when you give up 17 offensive rebounds, and none were bigger than the one right there. So there you have it. Looking at the film, those are the 2 things that I think really, really hurt the Celtics down the stretch. Their offense went from movement, both off the ball player movement and ball movement, getting good looks at the rim, to very ISO heavy mid-range jump shots, fadeaways, highly contested 2s, and offensively that's not a recipe for success, even when you have a special guy like Tatum, who did hit a couple, but you just want to generate easier looks than they were getting. And then defensively, when they just needed to rebound the ball, you gave up 7 offensive rebounds in the last 7 minutes, and they were so crucial, especially as that lead is slipping away, and they had opportunities to stretch the lead. It seemed like anytime they were about to get a stop and then go stretch that lead a little bit, the ball was getting tipped out, or offensive rebound was getting got. Giannis ends up hitting the 3. Bobby Portis gets the 2 at the end. I mean, you gotta rebound the ball better than they did. But that's just what I think. What do you guys think? What do you think was the #1 thing that went wrong for the Celtics last night? And please, don't say the refs. Keep it to basketball. Like, what was the #1 basketball thing that you think prevented the Celtics from getting the job done last night? If you liked the video, don't forget to like the video. I know you liked the video. If you made it to this point, you had to have liked the video. Why would you watch this long if you didn't? Subscribe to the channel and become a member today. Support the channel. That link is in the description below. You can read about the perks and all that stuff. And I will see you guys on the next video. This has been the NBA Break Room. Peace.